What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy. Welcome finally to the review of the season. I have a few videos planned for Fantasy Premier League, but of course I've had a lot of things going on as well. First of all, I have an update video coming out before this is released, so if you haven't seen that, check it out to give you an update on what's to come with Fantasy Premier League, with Football Manager, also with transfer targets and all the transfer dealings to do with this summer. Voice crack there. Second of all, I am sorry for missing the preview of the final game week. If you don't know, then you probably see it in the video as well, but I had my girlfriend down for 2 weeks from America, and basically, well, from the 2 weeks we were here, I think I was home 2 days, and that was to let her recover from jet lag, and in that time didn't really have much time to work anything out. Transfer targets out. I had the video recorded. I just didn't get around to uploading it. Actually, I've got the unedited version without my intro put on it, on my computer somewhere at the moment, and that's the worst thing about it. But enough me waffling on. You'll see most of the stuff you want to hear in the update. So if you want to check that out, link will be in the maybe in the description, but will also be on my channel. If it's not out yet, then there'll be the next video out after this. But Fantasy Premier League is over. This will be the review of Game Week 28 and the whole season. I'm also thinking about a couple of videos ideas to end off the series, but in the comments below, write what you would want to see. I've sort of got an award ceremony for most improved, the best performer, and all that sort of stuff with my opinions. Put on that and my opinion, based on points and my opinions. But if you're going to jump straight into it, I got above average the last game week. We did finish in 10th, which is really disappointing. We were so close, to so many people. Just a few bad weeks that we had wrecked us, really. They absolutely destroyed us, and that's the worst thing about it. But this is the team we ended up with. I don't think I could have done much better. I think Giroud is the biggest disappointment, because if Giroud would have gone out, I'd have got 1 point away from Giroud, who came off the bench, and Harry Kane would have come on with 7. So it finally ended up scoring. I don't think Eriksen did much. I don't think Klein did much either. No, I don't really miss out on much. Again, my Hill proved that even if you concede 4 goals, you can still get a decent amount of saves with basically surviving. And Newcastle, got a clean sheet. Hooray, it finally happened, and a win in the same game. I'm so shocked. Also, one thing I like to add before I go into this in depth is that I will be doing an update videos on Premier League teams only, just about managers and transfers, just every couple of days when I get time, and when there's big news to report on. Sort of taking my news show that I did start, but sort of again time-wise didn't have time for, and take it into football, which again it won't take that long at all. But going into this, team-wise, we got it, I say in some ways wrong, in some ways good. I feel like, that was always, a poor one for me. I don't know if I saw it going into. I have to look back at the footage, but I can't really believe I missed that with Krul and Vasilevsky being there. So I was hoping I was getting there for a 0-0. But defence in the end, was good. I don't know why I keep Ivanovic in the team, because, been poor. The last 3 games, should have got it from Liverpool and losing 3-0 to West Brom. Should have got hints there. But my midfield let me down a lot. I think Henderson was poor. Well, Liverpool in general were poor. Sanchez was really poor. He had a really bad ending to the season for me. At least it felt like it. Yeah. If you look at that, you got 2-2, 13, 3-3, 15, 2-2, 3-2. That's really poor. That is really poor. But the poor end to the season. Santi Cazorla was a good move for me. Got me points in the end. Got 2 assists and got 2 bonus points as well. Played the whole 90, so I got 10. Made my captaincy on. I thought it was a bit of a risk, but if the risk would have paid off, we would have catapulted up, hopefully, into 8th. We would have another good game like he did in the previous game where he got 15. Imagine having 15, double that. That's 30 on your captaincy. Take away 6 points from 42, we're on 36. Add 30 onto that, we're on 66. That would have easily got us at least into 9th for me. And striker-wise, again, bit poor with Olivier Giroud, but Austin was a good choice, and of course, if I'd have known Olivier Giroud was going to be starting on the bench, Harry Kane would have been coming in. That's the reason why he was my number 1 slot. But that's pretty much it. I can't really do much more on the game week because there's not really much to say. I can't really do any transfers. to go into the team, because there's no one to there's no more games coming in. I will have a look at my first team on my game week. I believe I did that on the review when I recorded it, so I don't think you'd have seen this before, but this was the team I started off with. This was the first game week that I had. Let's run over it. De Gea in goal, 5 defenders: Terry, Jones, Cahill, Koscielny and Coleman. 5 midfielders: Silva, Matic, Henderson, Shelvey and Barkley. Wickham, Rooney and Lukaku up top. Now, that team, there's a structure of that team that sort of stayed the same throughout most of it. I think Krul in the goal stayed the same. Defending wise, we did a Coleman for a lot of it, so I'd say he'd be probably the one we kept the same a lot. We had Silva and Henderson for a long time. We also had Shelvey for a bit too. And striker wise, we probably just got rid of them straight away. I mean, game week number 2, let's have a look at that. Who would we bring in from that? Let's see if I can see who I brought in. Immediately I'm noticing that Ki Sung-young is in the midfield and Barkley is gone, so that was probably good. I think he probably had a good first game, didn't he? Yeah, good first game against Manchester United. Beat them 2-1. I believe that's them beating them. But yeah, the season as a whole has been like a flipping roller coaster. I've been up one week, I've been down the next. It's been really cool to do, and personally, I could have done a lot better. Choices right at the start did hinder me. Like if we go back to the first game week, for next season, no matter when it is, I would having 2 Chelsea defenders would be a poor thing, as they were, not keeping as many clean sheets, but keeping goals out, but just conceding 1 here and there, which was irritating. Tips that I have learned is don't bring defensive midfielders in like Matic. In real life, solid player, any Premier League club would happily take him and let him slot into that defensive midfield role, but that doesn't get you points. Matic has been a solid player for Chelsea. Look at the amount of games he's played, he's picked up 90 points. That's a player out of form for most teams, but for Chelsea, he was a player in form. Just had the one good game against Everton, which I probably missed. No, we already took him out. Let's see. Yeah, I did take him out. I think I would have been raging at that. But I've learned a lot of things. Going into that, it was a learning curve for me. The Gea in the end was a really good choice. Picking up so many points and had such a poor start, but managed to make saves here and there like a Superman, I should say. But learned a few things. Like I say, that during when I was over in America in January, I gave you a few tips on each position. Have goal-scoring defenders that will go forward, have midfielders that like to get on the ball, have any player that can get set pieces like penalties and free kicks under them, have players that are playmakers like the Silvers you've got, like Henderson, I suppose, like Shelvey, and also like Barkley when he was playing. But apart from that, I've got nothing more to say except I've loved doing this series. I will do it all again next season. Remember to write down below what you want to see me do to end off the series. I'm going to do an awards ceremony. That might come sooner, that might come later, I'm not sure. Because I've fell behind with so much editing, I've got so much to do. I've got to try and work my absolute butt off to get up to date with everything. But remember, watch the update video, give me ideas on what videos you'd like me to see me crown off the series. If you don't want any more and just want to focus solely on getting prepared for next season, I think it's like 72 days now until the start of the season, not that I'm keeping count. But I'd like to thank you guys for being here for the whole series. Now the series has grown. I started off in the first few days, I think I got 10 views in the first 5 or so days. And to think now that each preview that I have is getting around 200 views is absolutely insane. I hope to build on that in next season, take it real seriously once that new season comes. I'm considering maybe bringing that in as one of the main things on my channel. Make sure a preview is out, make sure a review is also out, make sure there's maybe 1 or 2 videos inside the week as well. But I need to know support, because I did try and do that every once in a while, with the ones in January, but they didn't pick up as much. So I'm not sure, but thank you guys for watching. Nevertheless, if you've liked this video, then leave a like. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date on when I start my videos for next season. The minute it launches up again, I'm not sure if you can do it now, but it just goes on to game week 38 points. But the minute you can pick teams again, I'll be onto that straight away with videos left, right and centre on prices, who to have, who to not. But thank you guys for watching, and peace.